ギュアスケートっていう、この競技の魅力っていうのを僕もすごく魅了されていて、今日もとても楽しみにしてきたので、皆さんと一緒にぜひぜひ今日一日楽しんでいけたらなと思っております。
はい、大塚さんにはまず拍手を送りましょう。皆さんありがとうございます。さあ、それでは続いて春瀬さんもお願いいたします。
はい、メダリストを通して、フィギュアスケートって大きなリンクの、上に1人またはペアやアイスダンスだったらたった2人で立たないといけなくって、でもそこに向かうまでにはコーチの人だったり振付師さんだったり本当にたくさんの人が一つのチームになって作っている瞬間なんだなっていうのをすごく感じながら今日もそのエキシビションでその瞬間を感じられるのをとても楽しみにしています。ありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございます。皆さん拍手を送りましょう。お二人は今日見ていってくださると思いますので、ぜひ楽しい一日お過ごしください。はい、本日はトークショー競技前こちらお送りしていきました。改めて唯一か祈り役の春瀬夏美さん、そして秋浦司役の大塚武雄さんに皆さん大きな拍手をお送りください。お二人ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
いや、メダリスト見てますか？
もちろん
見てますよ。そうですよね、たくさん皆さんも見ていらっしゃると思いますので、ぜひですねこちらシーズン2始まりますから、ぜひこちらもチェックしていただければと思います。やはりアニメ漫画の力ってすごいんですね、本田さん。
やっぱりみんな子供も見れるし、大人もそのスケートもすごくリアルに描かれてる。
Hello everyone and welcome to Nagoya. This week will be remembered for many reasons. A new standard of athlete presentation. A new generation of skaters arrives as others begin to prepare to transition into the next stage of life. A world record 7 quad jumps in one 4-minute program, and the men continue to seemingly defy gravity. The lead up and the stories of these athletes and those at home in their journey to the Olympic Games. As we now close the door on the first half of the skating season, I'm Ted Barton along with Mark Hanreddy. It is Sunday. It is exhibition day. Welcome to entertainment.
And that entertainment will be provided over the next 2.5 hours by the world's very best figure skaters at a time when the global standards of figure skating are continually advancing and being pushed by the generation of skaters that are ready to perform over the next 2 hours or so in front of an adoring and appreciative Japanese audience.
Oh, Mark, it's been such a special week. We've seen wonderful performances, some disappointing as well. And we were here for history to be made, and you know, it gives you a little bit of chills when you were covering it, of course. We're absorbing the emotion of the rink, but when we look back at it now, it was something very, very special.
And whilst the pressure of the Grand Prix final itself has in the past made or paved the way for some less than stellar skates, on this week's performances, it did seem that most skaters were able to rise successfully to the occasion, and that just makes the looming Olympic Winter Games all the more exhilarating and exciting to look forward to.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about some of the names here in reference to what I opened with. The transition into the next stage of life, Kaori Sakamoto.
Oh, and for Kaori Sakamoto, the superstar skater from Japan, she's won the world title 3 times, and so many Japanese fans and the world of skating fans are crestfallen at the concept that she will no longer be competing. But we have seen her this week again, whilst it's been a mixed outing for her with problems in the short program, again winner of the free skate, again proving that she has been just an absolute champion on the ice, but also a real champion off the ice as well.
7 quad jumps in 4 minutes, let alone spins and steps and all of that. Ilya Malinin.
Well, I think you just said defying gravity. I mean, that's particularly apt at the moment with modern culture, but Ilya appears to do just that. What he delivered was, there aren't words really to best describe the incredible feat that he delivered, and he just sets a new bar that I don't know how many will be able to hang on to or climb up to, because it's mesmeric what was done.
As we look at these beautiful pictures here at this facility, the new presentation of athletes, I know that's not the skating, but that is part of the show, and it's been brilliant.
It really has, and interesting, whilst we see continual advancement in the sport, and that being evident here, all of the reigning world champions were victorious here. Ilya Malinin, Madison Chuck, and Evan Bates. Miura and Kihara from the host nation in pairs, and Alyssa Liu. So their dominance continues.
We are in the middle of stories being built on an Olympic journey, on an Olympic dream that that started maybe at the age of 7 or 8 years of age, and as they start to close in on that dream as we follow their journey.
And it just seems to some extent both exciting but cruel to consider that whilst many of the people that we're about to watch performing in this gala have the dream of Olympic gold, there are only 4 titles to be had in Milan.
And many chase those goals, that's for sure. But part of the excitement for them and for us, of course, and why are the Olympic Games so special? Because of the journey, not just that moment at the Games, but all that it took by not only the athlete, but the coaches, the family. We often talk about the family and all the supporters of every individual athlete to even get to the Games. That's victory number 1. Get close to the podium or on the podium, that's number 2. And of course, whoever takes the gold takes it all.
And then the names will be cemented in the history of the sport, coming alongside such legends that we've enjoyed, and many of which were created in this amazing nation. And indeed, talking of which, Yuzuru Hanyu, a legend in our sport, 2-time Olympic champion, I believe it's his birthday today, so happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday. So we look at this very beautiful and emotional video of some of the moments here this week. It is sport, but it's also the highs and the lows of life. The excitement of many, the camaraderie and the support. And tears, sometimes of joy, sometimes of sadness. Nagoya, 2025. It's been a great week. And here we go.
氷の上に一筋の光が落ちる。それは夢を追い続ける者の足元にいつでも。
Chance for us now to watch performances by some of the local skaters, and it has been the case in the past that young Japanese skaters have been invited to perform within the gala exhibition at the likes of this standard of event, and then gone on to be participants in the future.
And every challenger is a medalist.
And just a glimpse of the young talent here in this country.
どうぞ夢の始まりをお楽しみください。
転ぶことを怖がらなくていい。転んだって平気な顔して立ち上がればいい。どんなあなたでも目標まで導くために俺がいるんだから。
You know, it's these types of early mornings and lessons from your coach that starts many, many years ago in cold rinks, early hours that builds the champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Our first
Rio
performer
Nakata.
From Japan, silver medalist here, Rio Nakata.
Well, Japan's Rio Nakata now has a medal of every colour at the Junior Grand Prix final. Second on this occasion, third last year. He won it 2 years ago. But next year, he will be advancing into senior category, and he definitely has an incredibly bright future ahead when he joins the senior ranks.
Well, after the competition, you could see he was really a little disappointed with the result. He wanted so badly to win the gold here at home in front of a Japanese crowd. He's a brilliant skater with a bright future.
And Rio will now compete just next week in the Japanese Senior National Championships, allowing to do that domestically.
Our next exhibition, twin sisters Yusong and Yuje Kim from Korea, second and fourth in the junior women's category. Not seen this before.
And a history being made with the first twins to compete in a Junior Grand Prix final.
And they will skate as if.
Well, Yuje Kim is 6 minutes older than her twin Yusong Kim. As I say, history made in their participation at the final. They were 5th and 6th in the short program, but actually 2nd and 3rd in the free skate section of the competition at this Junior Grand Prix final.
Yeah, it's so much fun for sisters, but also their family members back home or here in the audience. And not easy to cover that, you know, having the twin sisters. Yeah, exactly.
but they're often so serious and they work incredibly hard, and the chance for them to perform in front of this huge arena and a huge audience together just adds to the specialness of the experience that they have had in Nagoya this week.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, next up, Hannah Maria Abouen and Daniel Veselukin from the United States. They are the champions of the junior ice dance event. And they will skate to Kickoff.
Given the throne, I didn't know how to believe I was the queen that I'm meant to be. I lived two lives, tried to play both sides, but I couldn't find my own place. Caught a pregnant child, cause I got too wild, but now that's how I'm getting paid. Cause that's your stage.
From the United States of America, Hannah Maria Abouen and Daniel Veselukin, and this a team They obviously won the event in the junior ice dance competition, but even more than that, the way in which they just entered into the arena for every performance gives us the indication that they have high aspirations of greater things to come.
There's certainly an element of stardom in this team. There's no question of that. A lot of fun to watch, of course, great athletes as well.
And their training mates were Junior World Champions last year. They went from 7th at the Junior World Championships the previous year to take the title. Interestingly, Hannah and Daniel were 7th this past season, and is the writing now on the cards for them to take the junior title come March in Tallinn, Estonia next year.
Our next performer from Japan, the bronze medal winner, outstanding free program, Shun Sato.
It's been a very special week for Shun Sato and a wonderful way to send him towards the Japanese National Championships next week. Well, Shun Sato from the host nation, a bronze medal in the 2025 Grand Prix final, the same as last year, but the performances that Shun Sato has delivered both at the final and throughout the Grand Prix series en route to this suggest that now he's being considered as an Olympic medal contender. And that is everything that he has wanted. He said that the Olympics have been his goal since he was a little child, but he isn't shy in holding back about vocalizing his desire to be on the rostrum in Italy come February next year.
Our next performers come from China, the junior pairs champions, Rui Guo and Yuan Zhang.
This team delivered some sensational pair technical elements, some of the, or one of the most impressive twist lift elements that we see on both junior and senior circuit.
Well, they're skating to an appropriate piece of music for this time of the year. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
China's Rui Guo and Yi Wenjiang, they have garnered such respect for the amazing technical elements they've used in competition, and they haven't shied away from utilizing them again under the spotlight. Not something that all of the skaters are as likely to do, but they so confident with their technical material.
Really kind of charming and cute opening.
And obviously confident in the hope that they would be invited to this gala exhibition, creating a piece specifically for this time of year.
Our next performer from Japan, 5th place in the women's event, Mone Chiba.
Mone was the final skater to perform across all 3 days of competition, but it was a devastating free skate. A chance now for her to perform without that pressure and showcase her beautiful quality skating. Japan's Mone Chiba came into this event as the highest ranked of the women competing in the senior category. She led after the short program. But such sadness in the free skate. But this exhibition and the choice of music suggests that she wants to be performing again as a medalist at the Olympic Games. And despite the difficulties she faced at this event, I still think that a possibility for this talented 20-year-old from Sendai. Just beautiful movement.
Our next performers represent Lithuania, 5th in the ice dance, Allison Reed and Salvius Ambrulevicius. They will skate the exhibition to Welcome to the Jungle.
Allison Reed and Salvius Ambrulevicius from Lithuania in their first ever senior Grand Prix final, performing to a piece of music that they previously used competitively as their rhythm dance. And Allison and Sal having such a brilliant season. And finally, they will have the Olympic experience together. Allison previously competed at the Olympics in 2010 with her former partner as one of the youngest ever at that Games. And after lots of blood, sweat and tears and finally achieving citizenship, she takes partner Sal to the Games in Milano Cortina next February in their best season to date ever as a team.
Up next, Sarah Conti and Nicola Macchi from Italy. They were the silver medalists in the pairs event.
And Sara and Nicolo were resplendent at this event. They come away with personal best in the short program, free skate, and overall.
I used to be a little better at dancing on my own. Before you put your arms around me, swept the world beneath my feet. And I was just a dreamer living easy, not a penny to my name. Drink away the lonely days. That was till you came my way. And you said, hola, hola. I don't remember anymore. You said, hola, hola. But I'm sure that wasn't all. E tu preferivi la TV che starmi vicino. E come fai a vivere se attorno al cuore hai il muro di Berlino? And I never was much good at watching movies with subtitles, but with you I didn't mind it. And I guess that's the cliche, 'cause now that you're gone I can't watch films without him. Ain't that the same on this sofa when there's no one to hold you? It's always in my time trying to learn Spanish. The only thing I can say is hola, hola. Hola, hola, babe. It's hola, hola, babe. It's hola, hola, babe. It's hola, hola. E tu preferivi la TV che starmi vicino. E come fai a vivere se attorno al cuore hai il muro di Berlino? Yes, I wasted my time trying to learn Spanish. The only thing I can say is hola,
Sato and Nicola Machi came very close to winning the title. Many believe they should have been champions here. And could they now go on to make history for Italy on the Olympic stage? They are indeed the first Italian pair team to win a world championship medal. And the Olympics will be so special for a team that will be performing in a rink that they used to train in.
They certainly look primed for the big event coming up in their home country.
used to be a little better and dancing.
What a way to move forward to the biggest event of their lives with the results that they had here.
Our next skater comes from Nagoya, a local skater from the Novice A women's category, Karin Miyazaki.
And so often we've seen novice skaters that perform in galas at the NHK Trophy that go on to become champions internationally.
Mark, that was really special. A novice women's A category. Will we see her at the Junior Grand Prix next season?
Well, there's no doubt of the potential of Karen Miyazaki. She was actually 5th at the Japanese Junior Nationals just a week or so ago, up against an illustrious group of junior women that competed here. And we've spoken about the continuation of the legacy and lineage of amazing women in Japan. From Kaori Sakamoto to Mao Shimada, the winner in the juniors event is Karen Miyazaki. The next in line, as we see her include triples in Gala Performance.
Our next skater had a great week here in Nagoya, 4th in the men's event from Italy, Daniel Grassl.
And Daniel, another of the skaters to deliver personal bests at this event, 2nd in the free skate in what was an incredible competition. Italy's Daniel Grassl has had such a sensational week, and earlier in the season Daniel was finding himself in the conversation about which 2 Italian men would make the 2 spots for the Olympic Games. But as the season has unfolded, Daniel hasn't just cemented the likelihood of his inclusion on the Italian Olympic team, he is now entering into a conversation about medals in front of a home crowd, and you have to assume that performing in Milan in front of the home support will help the skater who's already here put himself just so narrowly off the podium amongst the best in the world.
Well, next is Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier of Canada, 4th place in the ice stands, but ever so close to the podium.
Yes, and so many fans of Piper and Paul. They've given us so many wondrous performances, and now what we assume to be the closing stages of their competitive career, performing to Autumn Leaves by Eva Cassidy.
Drift by my window. The falling leaves of red and gold. Since you went away, the days grow long. And soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to fall. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. I miss you most of all, my darling. When autumn leaves start to
Piper Gillis and Paul Poirier skating the beautiful sound of Eva Cassidy and delivering an exhibition performance that perhaps just as beautiful, if not more so than the free dance this season. A couple that have given so much indeed. Paul Poirier formerly medaled at the Grand Prix final with his previous partner Vanessa Crowe, and they have been in this sport for so many years and given us so much.
They seem to always cast a spell over the audience. It's a little bit of magic.
Disappointment for them here off the podium, but they move forward as eager as ever to take a medal at the culmination of their competitive career.
Our next skater represents the United States of America. She was fourth in the women's event. Amber Glenn skating to That's Life by Lady Gaga.
That's life. That's what people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know
was great.
So much fun, and not all the exhibition performances are as musically on point, reflecting the vocal and the lyrics from Lady Gaga, but that absolutely was from Amber Glenn from the United States of America. And Amber won this event a year ago, but she then faltered in the second half of the season. This first half of the Olympic season, as she works to camera,
nice.
Not as special, but maybe she can reverse her fortunes in a swap of proceedings from the 2024-2025 season and put herself back in the mix for the title come the games.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Our next skater, the champion here in Nagoya in the junior men's category from Korea, Minkyu Seo.
And Minkyu will skate to I Hear a Symphony by Cody Fry.
I used to hear a simple song that was until you came along. Now in its place is something new. I hear it when I look at you. With simple songs I wanted more. Perfection is so important to more. You are more beautiful by far. Our flaws are who we really are. And now I hear a symphony.
Korea's Minkyu Seo, the champion in the junior men's discipline. A skater that is accelerating so fast now, able to add quadruple jumps to his technical repertoire. And he, like Rio Nakata, second in the same event, will move toward the senior category next season.
Well, it's been quite a rivalry of those two in the juniors. Will it continue in the seniors? We're looking forward to witnessing that in the coming years.
And he's worked with and inspired by Patrick Chan, and you can see that influence as we look ahead to the next performers, the final performers in this first half.
Anastasia Bentokina and Luka Barulova.
Fourth in the senior pairs category, using an exhibition that we've seen before from the Georgian team.
Hi, darling. What are we going to do today?
I don't know. Do you have some ideas?
I heard that today is an amazing figure skating show, and we can go there.
Oh no, I'm too lazy to go somewhere. I think we should play computer games.
Okay, but I don't know how to play.
Don't worry, I will teach you.
Friendship again? Fatality. Flawless victory.
Anastasia Metalkina and Luka Berlava from Georgia, freed from the constraints of the competitive event, choosing some unique originality with their Mortal Kombat and Spandau Ballet exhibition gala performance to round out the first half of this exhibition of champions.
Well, you have to hand it to this team. They're always coming up with something completely different in exhibition than in competition. Of course, most of the athletes do that, but you never quite know what they're going to do next.
I don't know how to play.
Wow. Well, that is the end of the first half of this final day here in Nagoya at the exhibition. We will take a short break during the intermission and be back with much, much more from the IG Arena here in Nagoya, Japan.
ISU グランプリファイナル国際フィギュアスケート競技大会愛知名古屋2025エキシビション第1部を終了いたします。ただいまより整氷のため20分間休憩いたします。
私らもついに独身生活終わるのか。ね、前から話してたさ、アフリカ行く。マジ？ライオンと戯れて秘境にもいてさ、現地の人とダンスするの。いいね。無茶できるのも最後ですし、今しかないですし。とか言って。でもお金だな。
アコムは三菱 UFJ フィナンシャルグループです。
初めてのアコム。
クロスシーは誰かのためじゃなく自分のためにつけるもの。この時計は今日の私らしさ。シチズンクロスシー桜ピンク。クロスシーは誰かのためじゃなく自分のためにつけるもの。この時計は今日の私らしさ。シチズンクロスシー桜ピンク。
Pour ma beauté, je fais confiance à mon esthéticienne. Avec ses soins de beauté professionnels, ma peau est plus belle, mon visage paraît plus jeune et éclatant de beauté. Dans les instituts de beauté, Guino et Marie-Corps. Pour ma beauté, je fais confiance à mon esthéticienne. Avec ses soins de beauté professionnels, ma peau est plus belle, mon visage paraît plus jeune et éclatant de beauté. Dans les instituts de beauté, Guino et Marie-Corps.
私は笑顔が好きだから住まいはもちろん介護に保育それにスポーツや映画も豊かな暮らしでみんなが笑顔でいられるように願っています。
いつもあなたの暮らしのそばに木下グループ。
I'm Dave Roberts. I was born in Okinawa.
My father is African American. My mother is Japanese. As I was growing up, I learned to treat people with sincerity. And that's why I treat my players not only as athletes, but as fellow human beings. The way to unlock a person's potential is with people.
人を輝かせるチームでありたい。木下グループ。それはただの保湿じゃない。保湿の域を超えた潤い改善。肌自ら潤いを生み出し、みちみちに。
もっちり純蜜肌へ。岩盤構成。肌人生を科学で変える。覚醒。
透明な輝きが一つに重なり結晶になる。雪より透き通るアイブライト閃気性覚醒。一つ一つは小さな力でもきっともっとできることがあると思う。街を輝かせたい。マルハイ。一つ一つは小さな力でもきっともっとできることがあると思う。街を輝かせたい。マルハ
イ。We are GMM。日霊は挑戦しています。資源不足、フードロス、人手不足の問題。冷凍技術でさまざまな問題に挑んできました。時代に合わせ食と健康の在り方をトランスフォーメーション。健康のために次の食文化を創造する。この思いは冷めることはありません。どんな課題も料理してみせる。 We are チーム N 日霊です。
暮らしにハマるタワー。暮らしにハマるタワー。
絶対負けたくない。金メダル欲しいです。
オリンピック出場をかけたグランプリファイナル12月開幕。諦めない、夢見た舞台を目指して。
さて第1部が終わりましたが、ここからの時間は皆さん休憩時間のお供にということで第2回目のトークショーを行っていきたいと思います。皆さん拍手をお送りください。トークショーをお届けしていきます。 再びですね、アニメメダリストの声優、唯塚いどり役の春瀬夏美さん、そして秋浦司役の大塚武雄さんにお越しいただきました。お二人よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。そして本田さん、村本さんも引き続きよろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。はい、それではお話伺っていきたいと思います。早速ですが、こちらのテーマまず見ていただきましょう。はい、挑戦する心、こちらについてお伺いしたいと思います。春瀬さんにお伺いしたいと思います。主人公の祈りは年齢的にフィギュアスケートに挑戦するには遅い状況で、それでもひたむきに努力する姿、とても印象的なんですが、祈りの尊敬するところはどんなところですか？
はい、祈りの尊敬するところは本当にフィギュアスケートが大好きな心をずっと持ち続けて努力ができているところがすごいなと思います。フィギュアスケートってすごくコツコツした地道な努力が必要だし、失敗したらとっても痛いし大変なことの連続だと思うんですけど、それでもスケート愛を忘れずに頑張り続けているいのりちゃんは本当に偉いなと思います。
なるほど、村本さん、年齢って始めるのに関係あると思うんですけど、何歳ぐらいから皆さん始めるもんなんですかね、スケートって。
私は5歳からなんですけど、大体5歳ぐらいからなんですかね。
小学校入ってすぐとかが多いですね。
でも始めた年齢に関わらず、やっぱり努力することによって成長って変わってきますよね。
いや本当に年齢関係なくフィギュアスケートはもう何歳からでもね始められるスポーツなので、努力さえすれば上手になると思います。
いのりさんも大好きなんですね、フィギュアスケート。
そうなんです。
そうですよね。じゃあそちらも皆さんぜひアニメでも見ていただきたいと思います。それでは続いてはトークテーマ、こちら見ていきましょう。はい、つながりと継承、こちらについて伺っていきたいと思います。大塚さんお伺いしたいと思います。はい、祈りと司先生、選手とコーチという立場でお互いやり取りするシーンが多いと思いますけれども、支え合いという部分でセリフに込めた思いなどありますか？
はい、そうですね、先ほども言ったんですけど、やっぱり目線を合わせてしっかり祈りさんの目を見て何を感じているのかっていうのを僕も司として感じながら言葉を紡ぐんですけど、でもやっぱり司も成長過程なので、本当に祈りさんと一緒に相互関係というかね、相乗効果でお互い成長し合っているっていう、そこがやっぱ一つ魅力なのかなと思うので、その辺はすごく意識して演じてましたね。
本田さん、このコーチという立場では、やはり小学生、中学生、高校生それぞれ接し方変わってきますか？
いやそうですね、やっぱりその選手によってのレベルにも変わってきますし、やっぱり男女でも全然違いますし、本当にいろんな対応の方法があると思います。
なるほど、そのあたりとても信頼関係大事だということですね。それでは続いてのトークテーマ、こちら見ていきましょう。はい、ビジョンに出ます、夢のステージ、こちらについてちょっとお伺いしていきたいと思います。お二人にぜひお聞きしたいんですが、トップ中のトップが集結するグランプリファイナルは現役選手にとっては夢のステージになるわけですが、その舞台に出場している選手の演技を見て、実際にこの場で見ていてなんか高まるものあったらぜひ教えてほしいんですが、じゃあ大塚さんからお聞きしてもいいですか？
そうですね、いややっぱりもう本当にトップ中のトップの方が、でもそれでもやっぱりさらにその先を目指してやっぱりやってるわけじゃないですか。なんかそれがやっぱり見ててすごく感じられて、僕は見ながらうわーなりながら見てますわ。
はい、ありがとうございます。どうですか？
はい、グランプリファイナルの試合も見ていて、エキシビションも見させていただいて、本当にここに来るまでものすごい努力を積んで、そしてここに来ているということ、そしてそれでも1位をつかみ取るのっていうのは本当に難しいことで、皆さんのその調整する姿勢が本当に素晴らしいなと感じました。
はい、ありがとうございます。さあ、間もなくですね、エキシビジョンの第2部が始まろうとしています。たくさんの人が楽しみに来てくれているんです。そしてメダリスト多くの人が見てくれているよと、皆さんお話ししてくれました。それぞれから、また皆さんにもメッセージをいただきたいと思います。永瀬さんからいただけますか？
はい、テレビアニメメダリストは来年2026年の1月から放送になります。本当にたくさんの個性的なライバルたちが出てきて、まるでフィギュアスケートの試合を見ているような感じで楽しんでいただけますので、ぜひフィギュアスケートと一緒にテレビアニメメダリストをよろしくお願いします。
はい、春瀬さんありがとうございます。それでは大塚さんからも、 お願いいたします。
はい、本当に今回このような機会いただけて本当に光栄でした。アニメメダリスト、これから先まだまだ盛り上がっていきますので、来年、そしてですねフィギュアスケートと一緒に、ハルセさんとねお出しになっちゃいますけども、ぜひぜひ一緒にたくさん応援していただけたら嬉しいです。今日はありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。この後もお二人楽しんでください。改めて、ご紹介しましょう。アニメメダリストの声優唯塚いのり役の春瀬夏美さん、そして秋浦司役の大塚武雄さんにお越しいただきました。お二人ありがとうございました。皆さん大きな拍手を送りましょう。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。いや本当にフィギュアスケートの世界が描かれているアニメって大事ですね。
はい、大事です。なんか本当に夢のコラボですね。はい。
先ほどやっぱちょっと気になったんですけど、始める年齢はでも早い方がいいですよね。
もちろんね、早い方がね、
こうしたことになれるけども、はい、でたくさんいろんな先生がいらっしゃると思いますので、またそれぞれのね努力が鍵となって、たくさんのエネルギーを、蓄えてくれると思いますので、ぜひですねこちら皆さんメダリストアニメの方も見ていただきたいと思います。アニメはシーズン2始まりますので、こちらもよくチェックしてみていただければと思います。さあ第1部終わってどうでしょう。よかったですね。
いやもう試合とはまたね雰囲気が変わって、みんな緊張感から解放されてましたね。楽しんでましたね。
はい。本田さん第2部も始まります。もう楽しみですね。
はい、最後まで盛り上がっていきましょう。
はい。ということで第2部も盛り上がる準備ができている人、大きな拍手で盛り上げていきましょう。皆さん第2部も盛り上がっていくぞ。
素晴らしかったね、いのりさん。選手の皆さんの個性あふれるオリジナルのプログラムに改めてフィギュアスケートの美しさをかみしめたよ。華やかで素敵だったな。どう？グランプリファイナル最終日のエキシビション、ここまで見てきての感想は？いのりさん？おーい、いのりさん、いのりさん。
ごめんなさい、司先生。何か言いました？
ここまでのエキシビションの感想を聞きたかったんだけど、聞くまでもなかったかな。もうすっかり見惚れてたみたいだね。
はい、世界トップクラスの演技がこんな間近で見られて胸がいっぱいになりました。しかもこんなすごい会場で、高い天井、広いな。
そうだね、こんな大きな会場が名古屋に新しくできてびっくりしたよ。いのりさん、この IC アリーナに入ったのは初めてだよね。
はい、すごく広くて大きな司先生が何万人も入れそうな会場。でもここ普段はリンクじゃないんですよね。
そう、普段は他のスポーツの試合やコンサートとかもやってるみたいだよ。
ってことはこのリンク、この大会のためだけに作ったってことですか？すごい。
それだけすごい大会だってことだね。ISU グランプリファイナルがどんな大会かはいのりさんも知ってると思うけど。
はい、6つの国で行われているグランプリ大会に2大会出場して合計ポイントの上位6名、世界トップの選手だけが出ることができるすごい大会なんですよね。
そう、正解、よくできました。しかも今年は8年ぶりの日本開催で、なんと俺たちが登場するアニメメダリストとコラボしてるんだよね。
そうなんです。今日もこの会場で私やみんなのキャラクターパネルを見ました。もちろん司先生のパネルもありましたよ。一緒に写真撮っちゃいました。
少し恥ずかしいな。他にもコラボ動画や競技が始まる前のカウントダウン施策だったり、コラボ企画が盛りだくさんだったね。
司先生。
どうしたの、いのりさん。
この4日間の熱い試合とエキシビションのキラキラした美しいスケートを見て、苦しいくらい憧れで胸がいっぱいになって、絶対出場選手の皆さんみたいなスケーターになりたいって強く思いました。私も選手としてこの舞台に立ちたいです。ここまで来るのにどれだけ大変な道のりがあるのか まだわからないけど、それにまだノービスの私が言うのはもしかしたら恥ずかしいことかもしれない、本当に大きな夢だけど、客席で見てるだけじゃなくて、いつか私もこのリンクに。
そうだね。このグランプリファイナルはいのりさんが目指しているオリンピックに出場するために絶対に避けては通れないとても重要な大会だ。この大会に出場するためには今ここにいる選手の皆さんと同じようにとても長い時間とたくさんの壁を乗り越える必要があると思う。
そうですよね。ここに出場するのってとっても難しいことですよね。
そう難しい。だからこそ俺はコーチとして頑張るよ。いのりさんの夢が叶うように全力でサポートする。いつか絶対にこの最高の舞台に出場できるように目の前にある壁を一つ一つ一緒に乗り越えていこう。
はい、最高のスケート選手になれるように頑張ります。
いのりさんの夢を目指すパワーに負けないように俺も頑張るぞ。そろそろ後半が始まるみたいだ。
この後の選手の演技も楽しみです。さあ皆さんも最後まで一緒に世界のトップレベルのフィギュアスケートの美しい世界を楽しみましょう。
Welcome back, everyone, to Nagoya and the second half of Exhibition Day here. I'm Ted Barton along with Mark Hanratty.
We get excited now about, within the second half, performances by the champions across all 4 disciplines. Indeed, not just champions at the Grand Prix Final 2025, but the world champions. And thus, we have to assume that the names of the listed you, Ilya Malin, Shock and Bates, and Miura and Kihara, are now the front-running heavy favourites for the Olympic gold medals that will take place and be competed for in just 2 months' time.
And a little glimpse of some local skaters here. We've seen one already and really talented, and some local skaters to start off the second half as well, in addition to some of the juniors that we have seen this week, future senior competitors, and perhaps in 4 years from now, or over 4 years, we will see them chasing their Olympic dream.
Yeah, and undoubtedly the strength of Japanese skating as evident as ever, and that from the youngsters that we're about to see right through the junior ranks and the seniors. And unfortunately for the host federation, the success of their skaters wasn't as good as anticipated after the first day of competition, with skaters from Japan dropping down in the standings. However, there's no disputing the quality of the Japanese skaters.
The talent is deep and extreme here in this country, as is in many countries around the world, and we've seen the growth of skating on the juniors in countries that are not traditionally skating countries. Rinks being built. It's exciting that this sport continues to cover the globe.
And hopefully those watching at home and enjoying the amazing skating that has taken place this week are inspired to keep pushing the sport forward. And we are conscious that the sport being pushed and being presented in ever-improving ways, the LED boards around the venue, the introduction to the arena, there are so many articles at play to try to continue representing the skaters and this amazing sport in better, and bigger ways.
As we get started with the second half of the exhibition here in Nagoya, as we begin to close out the first half of the season, Mark, some local skaters.
Yes, local skaters performing to Smile Genius by Yuki Hayashi.
Now please welcome Rikuya Sakuma.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. The afterworld. A world of never-ending happiness. You can always see the sun, day or night.
Rikuya Sakuma
Thank you very much.
from Japan, just again showcasing the talent that comes from this nation. Riku has medaled at Japanese nationals in the novice category, that for under 15-year-olds. And just for a context of what an amazing skating nation this is, there are almost 30 competitors at their novice national championships, and that a huge number comparative to so many skating nations globally. And Riku, even in the gala, showcasing why he's been chosen by the Japanese Skating Federation to perform.
A special glimpse into the future for Japanese skatings. For Japanese skaters. Our next performers represent France. Laurence Fournier-Baudry, Guillaume Cizeron. They were second in the pre-dance, or second in the dance event.
And a bit of a nightmare for Laurence Guillaume with a costume malfunction that potentially cost them the title. A chance now to enjoy once more their beautiful skating to Metamorphosis and Mad Rush.
Oh my gosh. That is spectacularly quiet and beautiful. Mark.
Yes, Laurence Fournier, Baudry and Guillaume Cizeron performing to music that was the first program that they created. They teamed up in February of 2025 and then performed this piece in shows in Japan, giving some an insight into their potential that has thus been realized on the Grand Prix series. And now their feedback from this event will surely be hugely positive. The only change, perhaps, a little bit of a trim to the costume of the dress for Laurence that caused them the problems yesterday.
No sound in the arena except that of the piano. It was completely silent because they cast a spell on the audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
our next skater, the champion here in Nagoya from Japan, Mao Shimada.
And Mao performing to the incredibly popular track that she previously used as a competitive short program, Defying Gravity.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes. Together we're unlimited. Together we'll be the greatest team there's ever been. My
Well, she was always destined for great success, named by her mother after Mao Asada, the Wanderers' three-time senior world champion from this nation. And Mao Shimada, as a three-time junior world champion already, will move up to seniors next year to try to match that of her namesake, Asada.
Oh, this skater gives you chills every time she takes to the ice, and this program is so spectacular for many, many reasons. But the crescendos and the emotion and the power and the speed and the consistency of her skating is extreme and real joy to watch.
And Mao met with the cast of Wicked on the stage in Tokyo. upon creation of this piece that she used so successfully. She won the junior women's event by 20 points. A superstar in the making.
Our next skaters represent Germany, the bronze medal winners in the pair event, Minerva Fabian Hassa and Nikita Volodin.
And Minerva and Nikita won the free skate, now skating to Fortitude by Haven. Germany's Minerva Fabian Hassa and Nikita Volodin. As I said, they were third overall, but won the free skate following a disappointing short program. And their free skate score here at the Grand Prix final is the highest scoring free skate of all the teams this season. So Minerva and Nikita very much still in the mix for the Olympic gold medal. And what a turnaround that would be from Minerva, who last competed at the Olympics in 2022 with her former partner, placing last in the free skate at that event, to now potentially being the winner in Milan.
Well, you can certainly see the qualities in every one of their technical elements and basic skating. This team is a real threat for Olympic gold. And certainly the podium. Our next skater represents Japan, the silver medalist in the women's event, Ami Nakai.
And Ami Nakai came into this competition vying to try to cement her position as one of the women for Japan at the Olympics. And as it turns out, she happens to be the highest ranked Japanese woman in the Senior Grand Prix 2025.
Skinny, don't worry about a thing.
Well, a year ago, Ami Nakai from Japan was just a junior international skater. Now, as a senior, she has the highest scoring free skate of the international calendar. And unlike the other medalists in the women's event at this Grand Prix final, she has the triple axel. And that could be her ticket to success at the Olympics.
What a quick ascent that is from juniors to seniors to the possibility of the Olympic Winter Games.
And she's been amazed at the newfound media interest in Japan for her following the success that she had earlier on this series. And now, after this event, is only set to heighten for the young 17-year-old.
Well, there is a very, very special skater and entertainer, fifth in the men's event from France, Siao Him Fa.
Truly is incredibly unique in his movement. Skating to Signe, Balawak Note.
J'ai jamais voulu te raconter l'histoire d'un seul pas trop bavard, d'un oiseau prisonnier du noir dont les yeux n'inspiraient plus l'espoir. Souvent je voulais t'éloigner des pensées noires, d'un seul un peu trop plaignard, d'un oiseau secouru trop tard dont les ailes servaient d'échappatoire. Alors à tard, il s'usait au corps à corps. Avant départ, l'habitude, il volait l'ingratitude. Alors jusqu'à l'aurore, l'oiseau cherchait du réconfort. Angoissé par ses questions, il souffrait d'abandon. J'ai longtemps vu un cygne voler à peine. suis avec toi même sans faire de compromis. Laisse pas savourer l'ennui. Seul avec toi c'est aussi comprendre l'origine du conflit. Fais preuve de résilience, musique t'as tout pris. Essaie d'éclairer l'ennemi. Pardonner ses erreurs c'est accepter. L'imperfection c'est ce qu'ils m'ont dit. Alors encore, abandonne le corps à corps. Laissons la pute illusion et laissons la dérision. J'ai longtemps vu un signe voler, rappel. Tourmenté par le règne, l'opinion peu sereine. Il crut longtemps les signes des cœurs en peine. En vue de son amour, il le comblait de
France's Adam Siao Him Fa. Truly one of the most contemporary and unique movers in the world of competitive figure skating.
Yeah, you could watch him for hours skate because he's so unique and different. And there's many, or a number of really great artists on the ice, but he is different. He is special.
Yeah, so true. And the collaboration that he has with his coaches Cedric Tour and choreographer Benoit Richaud have really honed this interesting contemporary stylization. Great to see somebody pushing different boundaries of movement creatively on the ice.
A lot of isolated movement. Our next performers represent Great Britain. They were the bronze medalists in the ice dance, Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson.
And Lila and Lewis will be using their Rocky-inspired free dance that they previously used in the competitive arena. Now, a gala exhibition that's bound to excite the audience. Great Britain's Lila Fear and Lewis Gibson. A little bobble in the Gala exhibition, but otherwise more brilliant performance ability for which they are renowned in Japan.
There was a takedown.
Yeah, too true. And Lila and Lewis are now going to take a week off. They've been competing relentlessly. They had the British National Championships last week in which they won their 8th title. And now they have a little bit of very well-earned downtime before really foregoing their Christmas in anticipation of the European Championships in Sheffield. And then, of course, the Olympic Games in Italy.
They're always fun to watch as we take a look at our next performer. A special skater, 3-time world champion, but a special person, a sense of humor. She makes you laugh, she makes you cry, she entertains you. She's spectacular, the spectacular Kaori Sakamoto.
Just one more throw, then I will stop. Not before, not before. I need your love like vampires crave love, but I know it's never enough. You're my chosen, you're my chosen poison that I love.
Japan's Kaori Sakamoto. And Ted, I think across all the 4 disciplines, then fans of the sport have their different favourites and there are rivalries. But I think for this skater, Kaori Sakamoto, I almost sense that even the other competitors in the women's field wouldn't mind if she was the champion. She's so popular, not just by the spectators, but by the skating community and her competitors.
As she leaves the sport, she has left her mark on the ice and off the ice with the people and her competitors. Something very special.
Yeah, she's culturally, alongside others, made sure that the locker room and the connection between the skaters is a healthy and positive, friendly place to be.
Our next skater represents Japan, the silver medalist in the men's event, Yuma Kagiyama.
And this exhibition program is a collaboration with an internationally acclaimed pianist, Hayato Sumino. And Yuma requested the collaboration, and the piece was commissioned specifically for Yuma's Gala exhibition performance. Japan's Yuma Kagiyama, skating to music by Hayato Sumino, the renowned pianist who came to the ring to watch Yuma skate and be inspired by this amazing performer and skater to create the music that he now performs to, and this his first choreographic collaboration with his esteemed coach Carolina Costa. And Yuma Kagiyama, although dropping off top spot after this short program, he consistently has the highest program component scores, irrespective of how the jumps go, as we look back at that sensational Ina Bauer.
And our next number is the story of the medalists here, performed by local skaters.
夢は最初は小さな光から始まる。今リンクを舞うノービスのスケーターたちもかつて憧れを胸に心を震わせていた小さな光はやがて未来へ手を伸ばし魔法のように次の世代へ、そしてトップスケーターへとつながっていきます。今日その光を受け継ぐのは世界の舞台で輝きを放ち頂点への扉を開いたスケーター。未来へ伸びる光のラインがついにゴールドのラインへと続きます。どうぞご覧ください。
Please welcome Alyssa Liu.
The champion here in Nagoya and the current world champion from the United States of America, Alyssa Liu.
And Alyssa might have been second in the short program, third in the free skate, but overall in a women's event that was topsy-turvy with results, she takes the title in her first ever appearance at the Grand Prix final.
皆様申し訳ございません。現在音源に不具合が発生しております。対応しておりますので今しばらくお待ちください。
the world champion and now the Grand Prix final champion. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know what happened with the music.
I don't know if it was real or part of the program, but she's always so charming.
She truly is, and we have to guess and wonder now whether or not this Lady Gaga piece is what she will use come the second half of the season. She has another free skate that may be unveiled by the time of the US National Championships in January 2026. But my takeaway from this event, seeing Alyssa Liu, is appreciation for her sportsmanship. When she found out that she was sharing the podium with Ami Nakai, she was immediately celebrating and congratulating the other skater on what she had achieved, and that along the lines of Kaori Sakamoto, celebrating women, celebrating sportsmanship. It's really admirable.
Our next performers, the champions here and the current world champions, Madison Chalk, Evan Bates from the United States of America, and they will skate to Once I Was Loved.
And in winning their third Grand Prix final title, Madison Chalk and Evan Bates are now the most successful and celebrated ice dancers in Grand Prix history.
Well, if that doesn't almost bring tears to your eyes, check your pulse. That was just beautiful.
It was really special.
Yeah, very, very special. Very, very special. We see a lot of skating, but a moment like that holds you in time and gives you silence and thought.
Yeah, and Madison and Evan competitively have given creativity and uniqueness in their music choices, but that was a real beautiful performance by a husband and wife. It was incredibly sentimental, and Madison and Evan, we referenced Kaori Sakamoto, but Madison and Evan give so much to the sport too. Evan, the athlete representative for the ISU, and he often doing so much work over and above the call of duty to support the skaters and the sport.
And they're such kind people. And
really.
Very, very special on and off the ice. Our next performer, he is the men's champion here and the current world champion, the quad god, 7 quads, 4 minutes. Incredible performance here in Nagoya, Ilya Malinin.
And as Ilya makes his way out to the ice, it's fair to say that what he has given skating this week at this Grand Prix final is the most amazing thing this week. Of all the performances, this was the one that shook our skating community in the most positive of ways.
And he will skate to hold on tight.
Ilya just proving that he's human. Ilya Malinin, who yesterday in the free skate broke again his own world record. And yet this morning, Ilya took to social media to wish a very happy birthday to Yuzuru Hanyu, the two-time Olympic champion from this great nation of skating in Japan. And he titled Yuzuru as the greatest of all time, and it just signals that Ilya, whilst he's blown us all away in his jaw-dropping performances, still recognizes where he can learn from others, and that in turn leads me to believe that he's going to continue to develop and give more and more and more to the sport.
He's not only an extreme talent, he's also a humble young man, and that's the best way to be as he continues to change the sport, really.
And he said after the
look at that backflip landing on one foot.
Amazing. He said he wants to return to compete in Japan, so hopefully there's a lot more still to enjoy of that icon that is Ilya Malinin.
Well, the final performers on exhibition day here in Nagoya, Riko Miura and Ryuichi Kihara of Japan, they were the champions, as they are also the current world champions, as they lead to their dream 3 months from now in Milano.
Couple of little mistakes in the Gala exhibition, but the crowd here wouldn't have known from Riko Miura and Ryuichi Kihara. As you mentioned, Ted, the world champions, the Grand Prix final champions in front of the home city audience. Ryuichi Kihara, born in this city, following in a long line of amazingly successful Japanese skaters from this location.
It's been an incredible week, that's for sure, and we've witnessed great competition and also some wonderful performances in this exhibition.
I got this feeling
But the athletes have to be tired now, Mark, after this long week.
So true. And they have had, as we see, the sit lift that didn't quite materialize. They had the practice earlier on today, and for some of them, the press conference after the competition was quite late, and then an early practice for the gala. Not ideal, but nevertheless, they now have a tiny bit of downtime. Not so much from Yura and Kihara because they have their national championships next week, but they will be somewhat safe in retaining that title as we look ahead to the conclusion of the gala exhibition. The women's performers now taking to the ice the senior pair teams. Now the men taking to the ice. And here come the senior ice dancers. The winners of the junior ice dance event, Hana Maria Aboyan and Daniel Veselukun. And they're the senior pair champions, Yura and Kihara. Alongside of it, they're the junior champions from China. Quad guard Malonen. And listen to you, Mao Shimada. Senior and junior champions of the disciplines coming out together.
A beautiful moment and a beautiful way to close a spectacular week of skating here in Nagoya.
Thank you all the medalists.
Mark, as we begin to wrap this up, just your final comments of the weekend, today's exhibition here.
Well, nothing but gratitude for all those that have made this amazing event come to fruition. The Japanese Skating Federation, the International Skating Union, all of the volunteers, and those that are behind the scenes for these skaters that make them the athletes that they are. And then, furthermore, just a heartfelt good luck and good wishes towards the athletes as they go forward in the season to the biggest stage of all, the Olympic Winter Games.
Well, our experiences have shown they are extraordinary athletes and exceptional people. And we have been very lucky to be able to cover them and get to know them a little bit along the way.
And as is often the case at the Gala exhibition, good to see them smiling and laughing. There's so much stress and pressure on the athletes now more than ever in this Olympic season, and good to see them bonding and joking.
Well, as they say goodbye, we will do that as well. That concludes our coverage of the Grand Prix Exhibition Day. It has been a wonderful week of sport, art, and entertainment. The skaters now move on to the National Championships, the ISU, European, and 4-continent championships, and then the ultimate goal for every skater, the Winter Olympic Games. For Mark Hanreddy, I'm Ted Barton. Thank you for watching. Goodbye from Nagoya, Japan.
Well, to the delight of the fans, the skaters continuing to circle this Olympic ice surface. The Japanese audience do not want to say goodbye to the skaters that have entertained them so wonderfully well over the past 4 days. And Kaori Sakamoto, Ami Nakai and Mone Chiba, the ones probably most revered and celebrated. As we hear the screams of delight taking place in the IG arena. There, Alyssa Liu, the world champion, perhaps disappointing and upsetting the audience in the IG arena insofar as she usurped the other Japanese skaters to take the title. But another opportunity for the audience here potentially to see world-class skating when the Japanese National Championships takes place next week, and that will be the final time to see Kaori Sakamoto competing in front of a home audience as she always does, gets her phone ready to take the obligatory group selfie. See Mone Chiba, the skater that won the short program, in tears again, overcome with emotion in front of this audience.
Kaori fixing her hair for the selfie.
And you know, I mentioned that I think everybody would want for Kaori to be the Olympic champion. I think everybody's accepting that she is always going to be the one that takes that selfie and her face nearest the camera. She's so much fun.
She's out front for a reason. The athletes have such great respect for her.
And I think, you know, the respect is born from the camaraderie and the friendship, on top of obviously the amazing skating as well. And there will be also the necessary picture of the winners in each discipline. Might be treated to seeing them take their celebratory jump together, holding hands, center ice. The skaters will be treated later this evening to a banquet hosted by the Japanese Skating Federation. Japanese skating have been so wonderful. Oh, as we get a little treat of what's to come, and this was seen in practice earlier. We've got Rio Nakata being thrown by Luca Berolava.
Oh!
In a throw double loop. We see backflips normally at the end of the Gala exhibition.
You can see Rio giving them instructions of where to hold his hip.
This is the new way to excite the crowd at the end of the Gala. Is it going to be clean? Hey!
Oh, he gets it done. I'm sure his dad and coach is going, Paul, be careful,
yes,
please.
Exactly. No injuries. It's actually 2 weeks' time to the Japanese nationals. It's a little longer, so although nevertheless, I'm sure Rio Nakata doesn't want an injury to take place. And actually, this also really endearing to see, as I mentioned, the necessary picture of the winners taking their jump, but we've also got on the ice still now the winners of the junior events as well, and just the skaters coordinating themselves. And this is the senior one first.
This is such a special moment for the athletes because it's the moment they've stopped performing, they've stopped competing, and they are together on the ice to enjoy the moment in front of the audience and thank them and get some special pictures.
And as we see the winners, we get confirmation of the success for Team USA with the Madison Chalk, Evan Bates, Ilya Malinin, and Alyssa Liu taking gold for American skaters, which really wasn't what we perhaps anticipated, especially after seeing winners in the men's and women's seniors events being led in the short program by Japanese skaters.
But it certainly adds to the intrigue as we move forward in the season.
And does that mean it will be Team USA versus Team Japan in the team event, which is the first of the figure skating events to kick off the Winter Olympic Games? That's starting in just 2 months' time in early February. It seems scarcely credible that we are getting towards the culmination of the Olympic cycle. And now we're going to see the jump, I think. Yeah, Madison and Evan, they know what to do. They've done this so many times before.
Oh, yeah, it's a great picture. This final 15 minutes or so is a photographer's dream.
Yes. And on the backdrop of this IG Arena, the new facility, and actually not just a wonderful backdrop with the LED lights, but also the audience that have got their torches on to add a twinkly starlight to the backdrop of these special pictures, and never more so special than for most of those skaters. Mal Shimada, of course, just to the left of that shot. She's so experienced in having won 4 consecutive Junior Grand Prix final titles. She knows what to do here.
And she skated great, not only in competition, but here in the exhibition as well, delivering her short program from last season with all the difficult elements.
And actually, she's changed dress. So she's also making sure that she's showcasing the work of the dressmakers. Incidentally, her dress made by the mother of Finnish ice dancer Yuka Orahara.
Wow.
Guards on. Time up. Your work is done,
Deep
skaters.
Now they have a celebration a little bit later this evening, and it's been a full day, a full week of physical activity and emotional ups and downs, which is exhausting. I'm sure they will sleep extremely well on their way back home around the world.
Well, even earlier today, I saw some of the winners prior to this gala, and I was asking if they'd slept well, but they said they were just too wired, too excited, full of adrenaline. So hopefully the respective flights home will give them some respite. Chance to just look back at some of the highlights of a great afternoon of entertainment in this exhibition of champions.
Really is a spectacularly beautiful sport.
Yeah, some sensational scenes, and we're spoiled having seen so much great skating throughout the Grand Prix series and this Grand Prix final. But the sport of figure skating never fails to impress on so many facets.
Well, as we close out the Grand Prix final here in Nagoya, Japan, it has been a wonderful week of sport, art, and entertainment. The skaters now move on to the national championships, the ISU, European, and 4 continents, and then the ultimate goal for every skater, the Winter Olympic Games. The spectacular sport of figure skating continues. For Mark Conradi, I'm Ted Barden. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, everyone, from Nagoya, Japan.